I Hello everyone. Hello, and welcome to the magnificent Glasgow Cathedral and our Beatson Christmas Celebration 2023. Great to have you all with us inside this wonderful setting for a very, very special couple of hours. And a warm welcome to those also who have joined us on the live stream as well. On behalf of Beatson Cancer Charity, I'd like to thank the Reverend Mark Johnston, the Reverend John Purvis, Heather Beadling, Cathedral Administrator, and Glenn Colley, Joint Session Clerk of Glasgow Cathedral, for again providing us with this wonderful building for our annual festive celebration. It just feels so right, so many thanks. So many folk have helped make this happen, but the one group we really couldn't do without is our fantastic volunteers. We couldn't host any events without them, so a special thank you for all that you do over the years. I know many of you are here this afternoon. Yeah, and let's give them a round of applause. We're delighted that sponsors Park Lane are with us today, and a massive thanks to all our supporters who are with us and to those who supported the charity over many years. We have some fabulous entertainment for you this afternoon. In terms of the music, we have our soloist, Kirsty Duncan. You'll have already heard a little bit from Sing Aloud just before we started. We have Beatson Choir and the Rock Choir, and we'll be hearing from our guests who'll be sharing some beautiful festive readings, their poems and personal stories. In keeping with our Beatson Bauble appeal, today is an occasion to celebrate, to thank, to remember and to have hope. There's not a day goes by when I don't think about my big brother after his torturous battle with cancer and then his loss in 2021. And I'm trying to support a friend now who's going through breast cancer, and that makes being part of this celebration today very poignant, and I know many of you will feel the same. So we will have a period of reflection, and you'll have a few moments to think and reflect and maybe write your dedication on one of the Beatson baubles and hang it on the Christmas tree, maybe as you leave, or take one home with you, or hand to one of our lovely volunteers and they'll place it on the Beatson tree. You can donate if you wish, and you know that is always appreciated. And at the end of our celebration, there'll be tea, coffee, mince pies and shortbread in the nave, so we very much hope you will join us for that. First of all, this afternoon, could I please welcome the Reverend Mark Johnston, the minister here at the wonderful Glasgow Cathedral, for a few words, and then we'll be hearing from the Lord Provost Jacqueline McLaren, who of course is also President of Beatson Cancer Charity. But over firstly to the Reverend Mark Johnston.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that welcome, and it is lovely to see so many folks back this year for this really special event in the calendar. I'm always a bit anxious because I do want to say to people, sit back and relax, but I've sat in these pews. I know that you can't really do that. I also like to say to people, I welcome you warmly, but that would be another kidology, wouldn't it? Just keep your scarves, your hats and your coats on. I would also like to say that we have like modern amenities like toilets, but that's not even the case either. I know that there are some portaloos in the car park if you need to go do that. And the reason for a lot of this is that since the 5th century, there's been a place of significance for the city of Glasgow on this site. And then in the 7th century, the one who is credited with, in a sense, starting the city, St Mungo, St Kentigern, comes and establishes a religious community in the 7th century. And then in the 12th century, they start to build this. So do you know, like for 900 years, people have sat where you are sitting today. They've experienced the things that we are perhaps currently experiencing or have previously experienced. Today, we pick up on that thread of unbroken continuity. And the one thing I would love this cathedral to continue to be is the people's cathedral. And when I think about that, I have this one quote in mind. One writer said, "Creating a space where warmth radiates, laughter echoes, and comfort abounds. This is the art of making everyone feel not just at home, but soulfully at ease." I hope today you feel soulfully at ease as you engage with this evolving, developing, exciting and dynamic programme that you're invited to share in this place. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to Glasgow Cathedral. One of the privileges that I have as minister here is the opportunity to work with many different people and events in the city, and it therefore gives me a great privilege and honour to invite the Right Honourable Lord Provost of Glasgow and President of the Beatson Charity to invite Jacqueline McLaren to address as we have gathered. Lord Provost.
Thank you, Mark. My Christmas Wish for You by Ruth Kephart. My Christmas wish for you, my friend, is not a simple one, for I wish you hope and joy and peace, days filled with warmth and sun. I wish you love and friendship too throughout the coming year, lots of laughter and happiness to fill your world with cheer. May you count your blessings one by one, and when totalled by the lot, may you find you've all been given to be more than what you sought. May your journeys be short, your burdens light. May your spirit never grow old. May all your clouds have silver linings, and your rainbows pots of gold. I wish this all and so much more. May all your dreams come true. May you have a very Merry Christmas, friend, and a Happy New Year too.
Many thanks to Lord Provost and the Reverend Johnson. Now some festive tunes for you and our first choir. Sing Aloud was formed by award-winning musician and community singing leader Brian Marshall and is open to any adult who wants to sing. The primary focus is on enjoying singing with others, being with people, making friends and keeping active. There is no audition and you don't need to have any singing experience. The first session with Brian took place in Bishopbriggs in 2016. 14, he says, brave people who had never met before, and now that number has grown to over 300 singers across 5 locations in North Glasgow, and we have some of them with us today. Brian's ethos and vision is that Sing Aloud always allows members to feel a sense of belonging, pride, achievement and fun through singing together. So here they all are. They're still coming. They're still coming. They will be giving it their all with 3 wonderful songs. Over to you, Brian. thanks to Brian, and sing aloud, more from them a little bit later. Now, we're going to hear from the CEO of Beatson Cancer Charity. Could I please welcome Martin Colley? Martin will be talking about the work of the charity and introducing a very special person. Martin.
Wasn't quite sure what side to use there, but listen, folks, I just wanted to take a few moments to say a few words of welcome and to let you know a wee bit more about our charity, our very special charity actually. But before doing so, every time I speak, my colleagues always warn me about the time that I've got to speak to, so I promise I won't run over time for you. But it does remind me of a story that I was doing at a talk at a conference once, and I had 10 minutes to speak, and I was on for about 15 to 20 minutes, and I could see the chairperson getting really fidgety in their seat and really uncomfortable, and I turned and I said, look, I'm really sorry, but I don't have a swatch on, and there's no clock in the wall. And someone at the back of the hall shouted, yeah, but there's a calendar on the wall behind you, mate. So I'll try and make sure I don't speak for too long. Listen, as Mark Johnson said right at the beginning, what a beautiful and wonderful arena to have this special service in. This place has heralded kings and queens over the centuries, princes and princesses, presidents and prime ministers, the landed gentry of our country and our city, and also, as Mark says, the very common working class man and woman of this wonderful city of ours. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it's been taken over by Team Beatson. Team Beatson, correct, indeed. That does, in fact, that deserves a round of applause, I actually think that. I use that term very deliberately, ladies and gentlemen, because that's the way that it feels for us. It's a very special charity to work for. Every single one of us that's sitting in this room today has a connection with Team Beatson. You are all part of Team Beatson in our eyes. We had 3,500 people running the streets of Glasgow this morning, and such a miserable day as well. But those poor souls braved it, and they ran for Team Beatson. And they ran this morning, and you're here this afternoon, because you know what it feels like to have someone in your life with cancer. You probably know the person sitting next to you, but you probably don't know the person sitting in front of you. The person who's sitting in front of you knows what it feels like either to have cancer, to have a loved one who's had cancer, maybe a mum, a dad, a gran, a granda, God forbid, a child. And that thing we all have in common, ladies and gentlemen. And when you think about that, in my mind, that's where true empathy comes from, true understanding. We pride ourselves in this charity to have passion and compassion, to have hope and aspiration, and that comes from knowing what it feels like. We know someone in our life who has had cancer or has cancer. And where you find empathy, you find understanding, and when you find understanding, you find compassion, and when you find compassion, you find support. And you here are here today to offer your support and lend your loving and grateful hand to this special charity that we have the privilege to work for. There are three things that we do, folks. We deliver services ourselves. We provide wellbeing support, psychological support, complementary therapies, group work programs to help build resilience in people, to help them build coping mechanisms to cope with their cancer experience and their cancer journey on that pathway. We provide bereavement support, unfortunately, for some people who often have tragic and sad endings to that journey. But we also offer hope and aspirations for people who are in the middle of that journey. Hope that tomorrow can be very much better than today, that next week can be better than this week, and that next year will be better than this year. And there's one inspirational young man I'd like to introduce you to tell a few reflections on his life and his journey and his pathway of living with cancer. Can I please introduce Paolo Lazzeri, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope the Reverend can forgive me because I've committed the cardinal sin of public speaking and written down my speech word for word. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you not just as a patient, but as a member of a remarkable community. A community bound together by courage, compassion, and a relentless pursuit of hope. My journey began in 2017. I was 25 years old, just fresh out university, full of excitement about stepping into the real world. Little did I know, a month after graduation, I'd be facing Hodgkin's lymphoma. Suddenly, I found myself thrown into a world of medical appointments, testing and chemotherapy. Yet within this medical tapestry, I discovered an extraordinary support system, the Beatson. The doctors, nurses and the entire staff extended far beyond their professional roles, providing not just medical care, but a profound sense of compassion. After successful treatment, I was back on my feet, ready to tackle life with a renewed appreciation. I landed a great job, got promoted, and everything seemed to be falling into place. Until 2020. A relapse forced me to hit pause, return once more for additional treatment and undergo a stem cell transplant. Once again, the Beatson embraced me, with its care and unwavering support, guiding me along the path to another all clear. I remember thinking, thank God that's done. A new immune system, a second chance. I resumed life, got a new job, secured the flat I wanted, and everything was going smoothly until 2023. This year brought news of another relapse. As I navigate the complexities of the third round of treatments, chemotherapy, immunotherapy, stem cell transplants, I find comfort in the familiarity of the Beatson, a place that has become more than a hospital, a haven of strength and solidarity. The people at the Beatson have truly become an extended family, a place to laugh, a place to cry, a place to share stories and experiences. Even the silent camaraderie in the waiting rooms echoes the profound resilience that resides within this community. To the dedicated professionals of the Beatson, your commitment extends beyond the realm of medical care. You are the architects of hope, creating an environment where positivity thrives and healing transcends the physical. Although this journey for me hasn't been straightforward and I'm far from the end of the road, I take solace in recognizing all of the positive consequences that have come as a result. The additional time spent with my family and friends has become a silver lining, fostering deeper connections and creating cherished memories. A period of introspection has led me to the discovery of mental strength that I never knew I had, something that I've now looked to share by making videos on YouTube in an attempt to address the stigma associated with cancer treatment. As we gather to celebrate the spirit of Christmas through song and reflection, let's not only acknowledge the challenges, but also the unforeseen blessings that can arise with adversity. May the holiday season bring not only joy and warmth, but also an appreciation for the strength that emerges when facing life's unpredictable twists and turns. As I was writing this speech, I was wondering how I was going to conclude it, and I was sitting kind of half writing, watching The Sopranos, and this poem happened to come up at the end, and it decided that I really liked it. The poem's about a man that's out for a walk in the snow, and he sees these deep woods, and the final stanza goes like this. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you.
Thank you to the amazing Paolo and to Marto. And Paolo has been part of our Beatson Bauble campaign, as has Lindsay Miller. So big thanks to both of you and to your families as well. Now we have our choirs again. And this time it's the Rock Choir, started in 2010 by Elaine Williamson. She's led them to perform at many prestigious events in Glasgow, Edinburgh and across the UK. The Rock Choirs sing at many charity events and have helped raise thousands of pounds for local and national charities over the years. Elaine, and there she is an enthusiastic, encouraging and fun choir leader who loves to see her choir members achieve things that maybe they never quite believed that they could. They're here with us today, as you can see, and what a treat we have in store. I'm sure you'll recognise the songs coming up, so I'll hand you over to Elaine and the Rock Choir. How good was that? Fantastic, the rock choir. A little bit more from them later on as well. We could give them a wee round of applause again, couldn't we? Now we're going to have a festive reading that encompasses very much our theme today, remembering, celebrating and thanking. Could I please welcome Mackenzie Newnham, Hospital Chaplain at Beatson Cancer Charity. Mackenzie.
Well, welcome everybody. And Paolo, thank you so much for your courage, your strength and your inspiration for everyone who's been gathered here today and who's watching. So, Christmas wishes. My wish for you with Christmas near is troubles fleeting, fleet as deer, and peace encompassing as snow, and merriment in brilliant flow. I wish for you with Christ's Eve here a silver moon, should skies seem drear, bright stars to light a festive sky, a warmth caressing from on high. I wish for you on Christmas Day a tree enchanted, festooned, yay, and Christmas night as carols play, white candles lined in bright array. But most of all, I wish you well, and so much more than words can tell. For this and every coming year, Noel, Noel, and Christmas cheer.
Thank you, Mackenzie. We're going to have our period of reflection now, folks, and in keeping with our Beatson Bauble appeal, you'll find a Beatson Bauble inside your programme. You can write your own personal dedication or message, whatever feels right for you, on the bauble. We do have our lovely volunteers, I think they're wandering around somewhere, and they do all have the offer of pens if you actually need one to write that message. A reminder, you can hang it on the tree in here, you can take it home and hang it on your tree, or you can get one of the volunteers to hang it on the Beatson tree. We're so delighted that professional singer and soloist Kirsty Duncan has been able to join us again. And following Kirsty, we'll hear from the Reverend John Purvis. Kirsty, if you were here last year, you'll know has the most beautiful voice, and a voice that can tackle just about any song and from any genre. For our period of reflection, though, this afternoon, she'll be singing the Christmas song and O Holy Night. Kirsty Duncan.
It is the night of our dear Savior. cradle we stand. Then o'er the world a star is sweetly gleaming. Here come the wise men from the Orient land. The Son of God lay thus in lowly manger in all our trials, born to be our friend. He knows our need, our weaknesses through stranger. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, dry carols being sung by the choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase for kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. I'm offering this phrase to kids from 1 to 92. It's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you.
In the TV series Dexter, Dexter says, there's a moment sailors call slack tide, where the tide is neither coming in nor going out, but perfectly still. A moment frozen in time when all is calm and still. The only downside to it is that it passes so quickly. Perhaps for us, this is a moment frozen in time. A moment between endings and beginnings. In amongst everything else that's going on in your life, here is a moment where everything is perfectly still. A moment to catch your breath, a sense of who you are. Maybe somewhere in amongst all that's going on over Christmas, this is a moment where everything is perfectly still. Here's a question for you. What do the following creatures have in common? Humans, apes, ravens, bees, and some dogs. The answer is they are the only creatures that can point. Do you know, pointing is a real gift. There is a reason that Christmas is about stars and angels, light in the darkness, about people who touch our lives and make a difference. There's a reason that Beatson is about stars and angels, light in the darkness, about people who touch our lives and make a difference. In this moment, what we share this afternoon, Christmas, points us to what is real, to what is at the very heart of who we are. The collective noun for a group of unicorns is a blessing. Who's ever likely to see a group of unicorns? If ever there is a moment to touch something out of this world, something magical, perhaps this is that moment. The background to the first ever Christmas was tough and complicated and challenging. Often, that's where we find ourselves in life. In that moment, in our moment now, just for a moment, all is perfectly still. In the TV series Pretty Little Liars, The Perfectionists, Ava says, sometimes the most beautiful things can come from the ugliest of places. And from our imperfections, we learn and we grow. And from the dirt blooms the flower. Thank you.
Thank you to the Reverend Purvis there, and also to Kirsty Duncan for the beautiful songs as well. Our next speaker is Professor Anthony Chalmers, who's Chair of Clinical Oncology at the University of Glasgow. His clinical practice at Beatson West of Scotland Cancer Centre is devoted to the treatment of patients with brain tumours. With some personal reflections too, could I please welcome, there he is, Professor Anthony Chalmers.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is a huge pleasure to be here today and a great privilege to be given the opportunity to speak to you. The first thing I want to do is say an enormous thank you to Beatson Cancer Charity. So in addition to the amazing well-being and psychological support services they offer all of our patients and their families, they also fund research. And without them, I probably wouldn't be here now, and I certainly wouldn't be doing all the amazing things that my team and I have the opportunity to do. So just a couple of examples. For many years now, they've funded our radiotherapy research program, and this has enabled hundreds or even thousands of patients across the west of Scotland to enter clinical trials involving radiotherapy. It also put us in Glasgow in a position where we could compete successfully to become one of Cancer Research UK's radiotherapy research centres of excellence, just 7 of those centres across the UK. We could never have done that without Beatson Cancer Charity's support. And in recent months, they are working with me and my team in Glasgow, and also Professor Steve Pollard and his team in Edinburgh, to jointly fund the first Scottish brain tumour centre of research excellence. So really transformative effects from this wonderful charity. The other thing I wanted to say is that this is a particularly poignant Christmas celebration this year. In July of this year, my mum died, nearly 2 years after a diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. So more than ever, I appreciate just how important it is, not just that patients receive good medical care, but that they have access to all the other crucial services, which in fact I realized make much more difference than just having some chemotherapy or radiotherapy. It's that whole package that makes a cancer diagnosis bearable for the patient and their family. I was asked to choose a reading for today, and in the end I decided to give the reading that I actually gave at my mum's funeral. I chose a poem by Khalil Gibran called On Friendship. And I chose it because my mum was an amazing friend. She had hundreds and hundreds of friends, and she was really good at being a friend. So I wanted to honour that. But I also thought it was appropriate because Beatson Cancer Charity is such a friendly organisation. I feel so welcome whenever I do anything with this fantastic charity. So this poem is dedicated to my mum, to my friends, and also to my friends in Beatson Cancer Charity. And a youth said, "Speak to us of friendship." And she answered, saying, "Your friend is your needs answered. She is your field, which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving. And she is your board and your fireside, for you come to her with your hunger, and you seek her for peace. When your friend speaks her mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do you withhold the aye. And when she is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to her heart. For without words in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unacclaimed. When you part from your friend, you grieve not, for that which you most love in her may be clearer in her absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer from the plain. And let there be no purpose in friendship, save the deepening of the spirit. For love that seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love, but a net cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. And let your best be for your friend. If she must know the ebb of your tide, let her know its flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek her with hours to kill? Seek her always with hours to live. For it is hers to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed.
Thank you. Thank you to Professor Chalmers. Now we have some more music for you, more festive music, and this time it's from the Beatson Choir. Just a bit of background to Beatson, who are actually making their debut performance here at our celebration. No pressure. In December 2021, Beatson Cancer Charity were asked to provide some festive entertainment and support as part of the opening of a new business on Byers Road. Community fundraising manager Maisie McCormick, there she is, of course, asked long-term time supporter Brian Marshall, and he brought along a group of singers for the official opening. And during the singing, Brian wrote this, by the way. During the singing, Brian thought, wouldn't it be great to have a choir solely dedicated to supporting and singing at Beatson events? And so Beatson was formed, dedicated that the choir would be made up of staff members initially so they could come together outside of work and sing. The choir rehearse, I think, once a month at the Beatson Wellbeing Centre. So here they are, Brian and Beatson.
Everything
forward to seeing how they grow over the next few months and years. Now, we're coming towards the end of our celebration, ladies and gentlemen. Before that, we have a vote of thanks now. So could I please welcome back Martin Colley?
Wow, that's my colleagues. I work with you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take a few moments to say a few words of thanks. I won't go through every single person individually, but to all our speakers today, particularly to yourself, Paolo, such an inspirational talk. You're giving people an insight into some of the things that you're experiencing in your own life just now. There is no greater gift that one can have than the gift of giving to other people, and you gave that in abundance today, so thank you very much, Paolo, indeed. Thank you to Mark. This church is an absolutely amazing cathedral. It's a place where I think everyone in this city feels a very special attachment to, so thank you, Mark, for allowing us to use it again, once again. To the Lord Provost, to Anthony, to Mackenzie, to all our speakers, but a big, massive thank you to everybody that's on this altar. These choirs were outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed. I best not forget, but we have been led and facilitated through this afternoon's proceedings so professionally and expertly, as always, by the wonderful Alison Walker. Thank you very much indeed, Alison. When you start talking about cancer, it brings back a strong resonance in us all. We all know what it feels like, as I was saying earlier on. There'll be 35,000 people diagnosed with cancer in Scotland over the course of the next year. The vast majority of those people will be in the west of Scotland. This charity brings in, this year we will bring in just short of £7 million. We don't get any money from the government. We don't get any money from the NHS per se, other than one or two small projects. But that money comes from people like you. It comes from people who every day want to give something back to other people, to make that journey a wee bit more positive, a wee bit more straightforward, and perhaps a wee bit more bearable. And we couldn't do that without the support of you and people like you. There are so many of you, and we can't thank you enough. The work that this charity does is measured by the impact that we have in people's lives, and we can't touch them without touching yours. And every time we tell a story or hear a compelling story or talk about a compelling narrative, the idea behind that is to build that resonance in you even stronger, that helps you support our work to have the biggest possible impact that we can have. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot thank you enough. Trust me. Mark used this saying last year, you'll often forget what people tell you. You know, that's not an uncommon thing to do, but you'll never, ever forget how people make you feel. And if you're part of this charity, we want you to go home tonight feeling just that wee bit warmer, that wee bit more special, and that bit more attached to us. So when you put your head in the pillow tonight, feel good about yourself, because you're giving so much to people that you don't even know. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful and happy and peaceful Christmas.
Thank you, Martin. I hope we're ready now for our festive finale. All the performers you've been listening to all afternoon, they're all in action. And we want all of you to join in as well. The lyrics are in your programme, so open up your programme. Just before the final sing-along, a reminder that we have tea, coffee, shortbread, mince pies in the nave where you came in once we're done. So please, everyone, we'd love for you to join us for that. Keep a mince pie for me, because they all disappeared before I got there last year. Thank you, everyone, for coming and being part of this very, very special afternoon. On behalf of Beatson Cancer Charity, we wish you well during the festive period. Right, for one last time now, under the guidance of Brian, could I please welcome again Sing Aloud, Rock Choir and Beat Sing.
Wherever we go, wherever we fly,
Walking in a winter wonderland.